started getting bored with it and I wasn't looking at it, and I had all of these digitals from other people and my own digitals, and unfortunately I don't remember who all of them go to. Some of them I do, and I have made me a little key back here. So I know that these came from Made by Dell. That one did. This one was from Alexandria. Can't remember what the name of her shop is. And then Line Dot Arrows. So I've started doing that. And you can see I've left the front open. I did kind of leave the index for now. But I just didn't know what I wanted to do with this. And I started adding these pages. I got little tags in that envelope. Just, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I just put them in there. A little journaling card. Over here, I've got some more journaling cards. This one, I think, was made by, what I say? Made by Dell. I got it as a freebie on Facebook. It's really cute. Another one of Alexandria's. This one is mine that I have been designing tea envelopes to put your teas in. So that's what this is. And this was one that I cut one side off, so I just took it and cut it and made it one little square. But you see, I'm going through here. I did do a pixel. I had messed up and put my highs and lows the wrong way, so I used a tag to cover it up and start over again. There's this beautiful paper here, Line Dot Arrow. I'm pretty sure was this one. Got little stuff poked in there. Back in there. Over here, I just, at night, I sit and I do this. I put the one page in, which this here, I had it just folded in half. And I wasn't thinking about all the stress it was putting on my spine, so I had it like this, put in. But I kept noticing all this stress right here, so I went and broke that apart. And then right here, I started putting them separate sheets. I'll just go ahead and cut them in half. But sitting there at night, and I am curious if you want to know what I do at night. I was thinking about trying to do a video sitting in my recliner, just doing this, having fun, or doing this. This is ink tracing, ink coloring. I don't remember, but it's fun. I use a brush pen and trace all these little white lines to make the design stand out. And then see, I've got more pages that are just empty. Here I just come in here, same thing as I did on this page. I'm just sitting there watching TV and started putting this on there because they didn't get put on there until 2 weeks ago. I had a map of Georgia. Of course, I live right in here. Then I had some books that I was reading. I put them all right there. I've got some more little journaling cards that I may write on, I may not. I put my little Twisby paper in here, so I had to get a cap for one of my pens. Here's some more. I just used journaling papers. I got tags. These are from Line Dot Arrow, I'm pretty sure. Don't know where this is from, but I did make this one, this pocket. This one's mine. These are mine. And so I'm just putting stuff in here, making it fun, trying to use it. I've got stickers here, pieces of papers there, and I'll be coming back to all of these, putting more stuff in. Like here, I've been on this page 4 or 5 times already, putting the washi tape, the envelope, the sticker. I did some of this, then I come back later and did this, and so just all at different times, and it's just starting to look so pretty. And here you can see where I was using Happy Planners and some of these pretty stickers here. I want to say I can't remember the name of the company that does these, but I'll put it up in there so you can see it. So I added some of my labels that I had here and just trying to decorate it. And here's where I started doing more. This is about the time that I started trying to do junk journaling. See, I've got a little bit of writing back there. I've got a little receipt where I went to an Italian restaurant and a little pocket that I just stuck on there. Over here, I got some great peanut butter fudge from the Big Texan. And then here's some more stuff that I'm just thinking would be kind of cool to have later on in life. So I got a new pen and eating those Atkins bars. And you can see here, I didn't color this. I'll probably come in and layer some more pages. Here I did put line dot arrows. I put her little thing there so I knew who that one was. This one's hers too, I believe. Pretty sure. This goes to a sunflower kit that I worked with last summer with Samantha at Beauty and Books Co. This is one of my digitals that I have over there. This one is one of mine. You see, I even took that little envelope and made a little envelope there. Putting receipts in and got little places for notes. So you can see I'm starting to change here and get more stuff that I'm bringing in from junk journaling. This is this week, so you can definitely see I've got a flip out here. I put this here. That went to that. The tea envelope. And I just cut that and put it on there. Then over here I've got these. This came out of my Botanical Journal, Spring Botanical Journal thing that I have a free download, some free printables that you can try. I'll leave the link in the description below, and it has some of this stuff in it. This here came from it. These are from, I cannot remember names. That was by Dell. I wanted to say May, but I knew it wasn't right. And all I'm doing is just sticking them in here. So then, next week, if you've been watching, I've been working on this one also in the videos. You'll see it, and I'm using the same templates and stuff, the same journals, the same printables, and I just stuck it in here. Now, the one thing with this was a smaller page. Let me see. Yeah, this one was a smaller one like this. Somehow when I printed it, it didn't quite make the size as these did. So I took and put washi tape around the edge, fixed it up. So I'm ready for next week. And I'm going to actually I'm going to take this out because I'm going to put, I'm going to do this one on there. And I need to make sure I get my days right this time because my other one, I dated them wrong because of that was on the other thing, wasn't it? So the first, let's see, April 2026. That does end on Thursday. Okay. So I have a doctor's appointment with my mom on the 2nd, 9 o'clock. So we got that. Easter's on the 5th. So that means Good Friday's over here. This is my favorite pen. It is a Pilot Falcon super soft fine, which means that the nib spreads, the tines spread on it, and it gives it variation. So, now, let's see. Where did I go? Right here. So I used a different one over here. I'm going to use this black one on this page. I'm just using washi tape that's got flowers on it, and I'm going to put some on the sides to cover this up. I'm hoping it's enough. Just stick it on there. I'm trying to get back into videos, but I'm doing pretty good right now. And see, this, you could have any kind of book. So you could have a book like this, and you could go in here and just put these pages in. That's what I'm doing with my other journal, is I'm putting the pages in like this. What I'm doing with this journal. And I mean, you don't even have to have a new journal. You could use scrapbook paper. I mean, just layer stuff on. It took me a while to figure out how to do the layering, and I'm still struggling with some of it. See, these I'll just take and stick on here if they stay stuck the right way. When I cut them off, if they're big enough, I just stick them back on to something like that. It just gives it more to look at. Okay. So what I do is I use stick glue because I like to feel the texture that it gives the pages. It makes it thicker. And I use the wet glue because I just feel like the wet glue catches edges better. And I don't put it everywhere, but I get it pretty good on there. I'm really excited at how this journal is coming along, because as much as I have worked with journals, I've not really had one of my own. And see how that just fits. Look at that. And what I'm going to do is put some of this washi tape right there so it matches. And I got this on Amazon. I was trying to find it earlier, and I was having some trouble. Let me see. Don't need anything. So I've got some more over there. I can put another piece right there. I've got this little one right here. What do you think? Yeah, it goes with that. I think it'll be good. And that's another thing, you have to just go with the flow with junk journals, because they're not perfect. Even though I try to make them perfect, but I'm getting to where I'm just going with it. That's how this is gone. This here was a printable, and then I added this. See, right now I can't find the end of this. Feels like it might be right there. Yeah, that'll look good. Just put it right across there. Maybe even across this bottom, just to cover up the white. You don't have to. So that spread's turned out really nice. I have next week, which I like too. You know, me and that's not going to get along. Might as well go ahead and take it off, cut that one off, because I didn't about cut the other one. Let's see. And you know what? I can use this in here somewhere too. So I didn't ink this. So I see a little white right there. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of. Then here, let's see. Oh, they're over here on this side. So we already got our thing there. In my other journal, I have this page on that side. I think I'm going to swap them. I don't know. Yeah, why not? So you can put the weekly planner over here. Put some notes over there. These are the smaller planners. I really am not. I have some weather logs. I think that's enough. I needed 5 of them. So I'm just going to sit here and glue these in. Do I want it on that side? See, this seems strange to put it on there. It looks like I am going to want to put some washi tape on the edges just because of that white. I don't like it. I really don't need none top to bottom, so that works. So I'd be really interested to know what kind of journal you have. If you have a planner or calendar on your phone that you use because you don't want to do all this. Look at that. I'll cut those off later. So I do want to change that, don't I? Or not. Well, I'm going to go ahead and use this one on this page. That way we're matching. Yeah, I know. I'm getting too matchy here. But it's a good way to use up your washi tape. And as you can see, I'm just deciding where I want my pages to go. And when I get this one on, I want to show you something else that I need to do. Let's see. So we got field notes, we got weather log. I like that one. That's, I think, one that I filled out up in the front of the book. So throughout the year, as I make more digitals and I see some that I like, I'll be adding them in here. And I think that'll be a good thing. Yeah. Okay, so one other thing, look at these, that I have a problem with in this is the pages are thick. It is the best writing paper for fountain pens. Now, that's one thing that just really surprised me. See how I'm just sticking them on here? It don't matter. And if you want them to look kind of grungy, you can grungy them up. Just take this, and this one isn't that bad. It's not being grungy because it's dark. So by the time I get to February, or not February, January, by the time I get back in here, which is August and September, since I'm looking at it, I will have, I may have just white stuff with no, just plain pages like this and not use any distress ink. So one thing I am finding up in here was that the pages are just really thick. Here I'm going to have to glue that one back on because it's come loose where I tried to cut it. But I am taking some of these to free up some room. And I'm doing like this. So I don't want to cut all the way down to the thread right there. I want to leave a little bit so that it holds on the other page. And then what I'm going to do is just come in with some glue and glue these together. And that'll help with some of the bulk with the extra paper you're putting in. And it does make the page much thicker. I'll go ahead and do another one back here. I could probably do better at this cutting out, and I am saving these. But instead of having all this extra all the way across the page, you only got that one little spot. And I have done that with a lot of the front pages. So if I were to do this, I would do it like this. Well, you know what? I'm going to go back up here. We'll put one right here. I'll use this one. No, where's the one I had? Here. No, that's not it. I had one I already folded. No, I'm not being so picky. I don't know. Okay, let's just fold this one in half, and I'll show you what I mean. Basically like I was doing with the other. And the other thing is, this is not quite 8.5, so I'm kind of measuring it and then trimming it. I'm just going to cut this down the middle. And again, it's not going to cover up my whole page. So I'm going to take some washi and put on there. I think that's a little good. And I like this honeybee one that I've been using. And depending on how you put this on here, you probably won't need it on the inside too. I probably could have got away with it without using it a while ago. And then I just do the same thing over again. And then if you wanted to do the little pieces, you could do like a scrapbook page and just collage all over it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn that around, and it looks like I may not have even needed that washi tape. No, I really didn't. Just going to take it off. I think so, since that's so pretty of a page and it's kind of white. See, this is what I mean with it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to use it on something else. Probably when we get back over and put in a few more pages. You know, I was trying to get that to where the smooth side was on the outside, but yeah, if you got digitals, just take them and do like this. Get you a book and put them in there and do something with them. If nothing else, you're cataloging your digitals. So I've got a little bit. This is not quite. Needs to go a little bit lower. Now that bugs me when the white's poking out. I am a little picky about that. Now it's a little too close to that center. I do need a little bit in the center so that it can fold. So what I can do right here is go in there and darken that up. So I did not need both sides of the tape on here. So that worked out. So, tell you a little about my creative philosophy while we are just keep on rolling here with these. So I don't try to make it perfect. I used to, and used to really get stressed out because I tried to make everything perfect. Some days I still find myself trying to do that. I have to say, look, you got to stop. And that's one of the reasons I love junk journaling, is because you can make a mess, and you're the creator. So whatever you want is however it goes. And here, I think I'm gonna skip. Yeah, I'm gonna put this here. I think that's why it works for me, is that I'm making it flexible. That's what I'm doing now, is I'm putting something in between my weekly planner just because I want to, because I have it. It gives it something different to look at. And I will be putting other stuff in here too. I mean, the feel of this is just amazing once you start getting all this on there. And I usually don't struggle this much. I don't know. It's later in the afternoon, so maybe that's what it is. So you just dirty that up. I got so much stuff. That one's going to need to go with some of the other smaller ones. I could put a garden planner there. Oh, I like this one too. What about that? I think we'll do that so I have a place to trace. So in the digital that I have in Pixel Scribe Studio, you can get a garden map. Some of these specimen pages are in there, the whole weekly journal set up, and if you just want to try it and see what you think, I have a free download that you can go and get that gives you 3 planner pages, a cover pages, some tags, and some other pages that go. There were like 5 in all. It was enough to get you started for April. I'm going to be doing the flowers for this first set of journals, first set of journaling that I do over here. So in here, I'm going to keep this botanical, I think, because I've got April, May, and June. So I'll be making digitals for those. But I don't know. I may get some of my other ones out for this journal, because I've got the beautiful Peace of God journals that I did, journal pages. We could do that again and discuss the peace of God, and that would be fun. So, see, I even stuck me a sticky note on here to say, your mama needs to go to the doctor. Kind of liking this green one right there before I go that far. Kind of liking this one. It kind of goes in here with this. Might be a little bright, but that's okay. I want to use these up. Oh. So for me, it's easier for me to see the back side where the fold is. And normally I wouldn't cut them like this. I would just take all the pages at one time and chop them in my chopper, but it's under the desk. I know not everybody has one of those, so scissors work just fine. So I know Rhonda over at Junk Journal Diva, she was telling me earlier today, one of my videos, that she had missed me. It's made me feel really good. I know I've been missing them. Had a lot of friends that that do videos, and while I was gone, I just didn't. I was so busy and trying to keep up with so much stuff, I didn't have time to really do it. I'm starting to get to where now I'm having more time, which is a good thing. So with this one, I don't have any washi tape that I really want to use. I do have a little ledge there. I'm going to come back because I've got this kind of washi tape. I've got some butterflies over here somewhere. Right here. That's my favorite. So I'm going to come back and do that one later off camera. How many Aprils do we have? Okay. Got 1, 2. So I need several more. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue working on this. I'm going to let you guys go and just say thank you for even stopping by, for listening, and just hanging out with me. I hope you're enjoying this journal. I am really excited to see where it goes as I keep adding more stuff in, and as I'm not being particular what I'm adding or where. Well, I am, because I just wanted that to match. So if you want to try my printables, I have a set that you can get in the description below where you can download it and print them up. And there is a video before this one that will show you how I put them in that book and how I put that book together. Of course, you've got how I've been working on this one. So this is just the beginning of April. I keep layering and adding it as the month goes on. Sometimes it's not about a perfect system. It's just about creating and something that feels good to use. And that's where I'm going. If you enjoyed this, make sure you follow along. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss the next part. And I'd love to see what you're creating. Thanks so much for spending some time with me today, where every stitch tells a story.